So the Royette project is one that started late last year, where in December of 2016 a group of about 15 of us went up to the Royette province in the northern part of Thailand as part of an Action Week trip in year 12. After speaking with Mr. Philip about what we saw were some of the main issues around there, about their education systems and the way that a lot of their classroom education was being piped through Bangkok, we wanted to best be able to help that, and to do so we wanted to go up and do a bit of like a SWOT analysis and get a basic idea of what the situation was in the place and what we would be most helpful in doing. So in doing that, we went up for about 5 days, and we were able to sit with the kids, spend times with the teachers there and the caretakers that were around the place to really understand what their situation was and how best we could be of help as international students in Bangkok. So in our time there, we were able to help build their nurses station, where we built a whole bit of center outside of their small school, where they're able to stock with nursing supplies and a facility bed, which we hope for them to be using in the coming year. We were also able to understand their lack of resources, really, in terms of their books that they had available to them and the financing issue that existed, and we wanted to be able to move further than just simply sending up a whole lot of supplies from here in Bangkok. We obviously do want to take another trip up there and take up things like this, as we were able to play games with these students and do a lot of things of the sort this time, which we thought was extremely entertaining for them, and also allowed them to know that we are in reach and we do want to help. But along with this, we want to become empowering enough so that this is where we came up with the rice initiative, where we want to, this is such a rice heavy province where they have the ability and their community works together very well to ensure that they are producing enough rice for their whole community and to be exported out of their community. So we wanted to take that and start a sort of social enterprise here in Bangkok, and especially starting it from NIS can spread to further parts of the NIS community as well, into the Bangkok community, where we want to bring rice in from there, advertise it here and market it in a way that they're able to support those farmers at the same time as they are supporting our education and supporting them to become more empowered for the future.
So after coming back to Bangkok, what we realized were the problems with this plan is that if we took rice from this district, from the Royette province, and we started selling it right away in Bangkok, number one, their rice wasn't organic, and that means that it's harder to advertise over here. Why would people buy it? Number two, they're not really producing at the quantity we want yet. NIS consumes around 400 kilos of rice per month, and they couldn't help to provide that yet. So after talking to teachers such as Mr. Philip and Mr. Ganji, the idea that we came up with is that we would find a local supplier that does sell organic rice and that can sell it at that quantity, and hopefully they will sell it for a price that's lower than what NIST already buys at. So for example, NIST buys at around 60 baht per kilo. If we could find a supplier who sells it for 40 baht a kilo, and then we could convince the school that that 20 baht we just saved, we would use that money, and obviously that would be a lot more because we buy around 500 kilos of rice per month. So use that saved money, and that is what we would invest into the Royette province. And over the long time, we want to make sure that they get organic, that their farming style improves, that they can be more resistant to different weathers, different seasons, and different pests. And that's what we want to help achieve. And so the number one supplier we have in mind right now is a small company called Farmer Do Organics. And the reason we like them so much is because they have a very similar project to ours. So Kun Supisra is the head of this project, and she actually started this project to help the farmers in the Mae Sai district of Thailand. So all the profit she makes, she donates around 20% of it to those farmers and children and old people around Thailand who can't afford food. So you can see, and she can provide at the quantity we need. So by buying rice from her and then selling it to the NIST community, we're helping her farmers, and then we're also using the saved money to help the Royette farmers. So we're helping two communities at once. So right now we're in touch with her. We're trying out different types of rice. We're finding out more about delivery and prices, and hopefully in the new school year we'll all be switching to Farmer Do Organics rice, and that means that everyone will be better off. And in the long term, we can help both communities a lot.
In terms of what we need from the general NIS community and anyone viewing this video, basically is any additional information you may have about suppliers and anyone who's doing a similar project or maybe interested in helping out. We could always use more help with that. Also, from the NIS community in specific, we are trying to establish ourselves as a group as well as have a digital presence for anyone that's interested, as this is more of a community endeavor than just a students or NIST community affiliated thing. So a digital presence in terms of a website, a Facebook page that has information such as certain prices for the rice, what we're doing, which communities we're supporting, how we're doing so, kind of our foundation, things of that information would be really helpful. Also, we would be looking forward to a logo as well as some labels, just as for those who know about fairness. They've got a label that they put on their coffee bags, so something that we could potentially put on our rice bags as well as a logo for us as the pRICEless group. Also, something that would be very helpful are general contacts for this, from suppliers of the rice to people that may know, to people that have started different initiatives based on social enterprising. That would be really great. And apart from that, we just need a great community presence, in the sense that anyone that's interested, please feel free to contact us with, even if it's ideas about events that could raise awareness about this project, or events that could possibly gain supplies that we could send up there and take on a second trip as well. So anything would be really appreciated, and we look forward to working with whoever's interested.